Welcome to the Poundcast. Today we have a great show. Brent and I are going to talk about your problems and we're going to solve them. And we are going to go on some fun tangents. And
David
Blaine impression.
David Blaine makes an appearance through the body of Doug.
And today's show is brought to you by a couple things. First of all, Patreon. Our Patreon subscribers make this show happen big time, okay? And if you're a Patreon subscriber, every episode has an extended bonus episode called After Dark, Poundcast After Dark. And the only way to get that is to go to patreon.com/Poundcast and subscribe and support us, and you'll feel great. You'll be part of the Poundcast pimple community. Another way to support us is, check out our sponsor, LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. They make Louisville vegan jerky, okay? Some of the best jerky. In fact, it's the best jerky out there. Comes in many different flavors. It's bagged in the United States. It has a shelf life of 9 months, okay? And if you go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com and use the code word Poundcast, you can get how many percent off, Brent?
20%
off. That's right. LouisvilleVeganFoods.com. Louisville Vegan Foods makes Louisville vegan jerky. They make perfect pepperoni, smoky Carolina barbecue. They make a Korean flavored one that I cannot pronounce correctly. Gochujang. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Gochujang. Gochujang.
And we're going to get to this because somebody does complain about people not pronouncing French words correctly. Apparently, restaurant, buffet, and déjà vu are not. They're pronounced differently.
And if you want to find out how they're
later,
if you want to find out how they're really pronounced, stay tuned.
Stay tuned because we're going to get into it. Anyway, check out Louisville Vegan Jerky at your local store, your local Whole Foods, your local Sprouts, and many other fine retail food establishments. So check them out. You can't go wrong by supporting Louisville Vegan Foods and support Poundcast and support Louisville Vegan Jerky. Okay?
All right.
Now, that's about it for the intro.
Well, if you want to watch the show. We can
get into the show.
If you want to watch the show.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
What were you gonna say, Brent?
Well, I was just gonna say, if you want to watch the show,
what were you gonna say?
If you want to watch the show, you can go to youtube.com/thepoundcast. And you could watch it there. And also, there's, if you want to connect on Twitter or Instagram, it's at the Poundcast. And our individual accounts are Doug Pound, DOUGGPOUND on both Twitter and Instagram, and mine is Brent Weinbach on Twitter and Brent Weinbach Comedy on Instagram.
And
if you want to,
we do have a Discord.
Yeah.
We have a Discord that should be the link to that should be in the description of the show. We go in there, we look at your suggestions, and we talk about some stuff that you recommend in there too. And that's a good way to check in with us. Anything else, Brian? Okay, well, we have a remix of the theme song. This is done by Connor and his friend Brock. And this is a pretty cool remix. You guys keep blowing my mind with these remixes. This one is pretty impressive.
Let me just to make sure that they get their credit here. This is from Connor Kuenhoven and Brock Rodham. Like rock bottom, we're probably pronouncing their names wrong, but we're trying our best. Okay. And this is called Poundcast for Doug and Brent. That's the name of this remix. It's cool. This is a cool one. Kind of a
It's pretty
jazz
cool.
fusion
This is
style.
good. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. We'll get into the.
All right, let's check it out. Roll the clip.
All right, roll the clip. Welcome to the Poundcast.
He puts a log of poo under his pillow.
There's something inside of me.
Everything come out okay?
Poo worth. Consider it binged.
Welcome to the Pound. What?
It's called the Poundcast. It's a full title.
That's the full title, Brent. Here we are again. And look, we've been solving these problems for people and talking about things that annoy people. But maybe we're doing too many episodes of these. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll mix it up. Soon we'll be mixing it up, but I think it's fun. And I like it. So I'm going to do it one more episode at least. We're going to do it today. Is that okay with you, Brent?
It's all okay with me. Everything's okay. Everything's just okay.
Everything's just okay. And
everything's just okay with me. No, I'm just kidding.
It seems like COVID is back and it's hard to get guests. So, we'll be back in the studio and we'll book more people in person. That's always fun. We'll get back into that.
How about we could, we'll get some guests on Zoom too, actually.
I'm going to get into it. Let's get right into it. Maddie happens to be a friend of mine. She's got a few things. She says, I think they should label the crops on the side of the road so we know it is being grown. Now, that's a good idea. That's not really a problem. It's just that's a solution. That's just an idea. That's this is the problem solver's idea factory. And that's a great idea because I do a lot of driving across states, and you see these big fields of like crops. It's like, what are they growing? That'd be cool if it's like, this is what I'm growing.
It'd be kind of like a museum.
What do you think, Brad?
It would be kind of like a museum or a zoo for crops around the world.
It would make it more interesting.
Well, yeah, you would.
And you know what else? I have another brilliant idea that's kind of similar for an app. So you know how they have that app, you can hold it into the sky and it'll show you what stars are what.
Oh,
have you seen those?
No.
Wherever you point it knows what constellations you're looking at, and it shows you like on your phone what they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm hiking in Griffith Park, or I'm high up or something, and you get way up there and it's like, what is that over there? Is that Burbank, or what street is that? It's always really confusing. Like, what are we looking at? But that would be so interesting if you can just hold up your phone and face it, and it'll just show you almost like constellations of what the cities you're looking at are. It's just a great idea. Look, it's not really anything funny to talk about.
Imagine when it gets
just a great idea.
Well, I'm sure they will eventually make that application. And imagine when they take it to the next level, when no matter where you point your phone, it automatically identifies exactly anybody who's in the range of the camera or whatever it's picking up. And you know all their statistics, you know their blood type, bank account number, all that. Just you wait till it takes it to the next level. How big their stuff is.
What if you know their type, Brent?
What if you know their what?
What if you know their type?
Just their type?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's an app. Now that's an app.
See, now that maybe would you get a phone if you got that, and you're walking around West Hollywood and you're at the coffee shops and you see someone and it's like, oh, I like a half Filipino, half Jewish man. That's my type. And he has to be funny and he has to like video games. no pets. You'd be like, I better go talk to her because turns out I'm her type.
That's a pretty cool thing. I mean, that would be a really neat thing if you could tell people's type. I mean, you could just go up to somebody and say, "Hi,
Get the
sorry to
guesswork
bother
on.
you." What? What's that? Say that again.
You froze up there. You froze up. You said hi.
Yeah, I don't know
You
if
go
I,
up to
you
someone
froze
and
up
you
for me.
say,
You go, "Hi, I don't. Sorry to bother you.
"Oh,
I don't know if I noticed that I'm your type, so I thought I should say hello, and I don't know, maybe we can just chat for a little bit. I don't know. I'm thinking if I'm your type, maybe you're my type. I don't have
I
a
mean, that's a great app. Now that's a dating app right there. You just put your type, and if someone else has the same app, you can kind of like scan around and meet them IRL right away.
come to
You
think of
know,
it, don't they just have this already? It's dating apps. I mean, aren't dating apps like this? Don't people put what their type is in their profile?
yeah, but there's something about like just you're out in the field. You're doing it in real life. There's something about that that's maybe more
More romantic, I guess,
instead of
huh?
sitting
To have
looking at your phone,
you're
you're
pointing
like
it at
out in the
other
field.
people. Instead of
Maybe
sitting
it
down
like
looking
it it
instead
beeps or vibrates in your pocket when you get close to someone.
instead of
You
sitting out
start to
on
get
your
a rumble. It's like
instead,
that game where it's like colder, colder. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer.
oh, it's like a metal detector kind of.
Yeah,
Okay, this is kind of funny. Imagine it's
it's like boner detector.
a metal detector app for your phone. You put it in your pocket so it vibrates close to your private parts, and you basically, if it detects somebody who's your type, then it starts buzzing. And the more the person's your type, the more it buzzes. So it's really vibrating your genitals if they're really your type. Oops, I forgot to turn off the ringer
What
of
if
my
it's
phone.
what if it starts lubing and stroking?
The phone does that? Is able to do that?
It has some kind of attachment, so it's like, oh, if someone's nearby that's your type. It starts. It's some kind of stroking situation, like in your pants.
That's interesting.
It
That's an
goes off
interesting thought.
when someone near your type, so it gets you in the mood.
Well, it's also kind of the idea that you can actually maybe perhaps have a climax or something like that just because somebody was your type that's around there. So I have a question. Does it buzz harder if the more persons someone is your type, the more it buzzes, or the closer you are to them?
It's kind of like both. Like if you're talking to them and they're a foot away, but they're like 50% your type, it'd be like a mild buzz. But if you're a foot away from them and they're like totally your type, it's stroking and
It's going
lubing.
like this, like that. You know,
Maybe it just starts purring like,
well, how about this? I mean, what if the person, I mean, then what if you are feeling the sensation and you don't want it to end? Then you might have to follow that person around. You have to follow them all close and stuff.
but they don't mind because they're like, well, you're my type, so it's fine.
All right,
Keep
right.
following me. Okay, so
That's
Maddie says the crops on the side of the road, so you know what's being grown. I want to know. I want to know more things, like more label more stuff.
it
I
would
want to
be
know like label people. Like I know we already kind of said that, but it's like say you see someone walking around the road, an interesting person. I just want to be like, what is like a quick little bio, like you know, professor of psychology or and retired or whatever, like
yeah,
a little
because
quick bio.
when you get to when you get to know somebody new, you don't want to have to ask them a bunch of questions. You just want to act. You want the relationship to be like you've known them your whole life.
Yeah, froze up there, but I know what you're
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
You want it to be like you've known. You want to get past the small talk of like, what do you? So what do you do? You already know what they do, so you can go right into
What's your
section 2 of the
you can go
conversation.
right, you can go right
So
into
how
what's your,
long you? How long you? Yeah,
you go right into what's your deepest so
Maybe
what's
like
your deepest darkest secrets?
right.
You can go right into what's your relationship with your mother like? I mean what's going on? Is that better yet, or you guys mended your
What if it's like a
relationship?
video game where it's like you want the deepest, darkest secrets? You gotta like, it's like an add-on. It's like an upgrade. It's an in-app like purchase. Oh, you want the deepest, darkest? It's gonna cost 100 Bitcoin.
Oh, it's a
$100
premium.
worth of
That's the
Bitcoin.
premium account. You get the people's darkest secrets.
Yeah, it's the upgrade.
Now in case anybody, thinks this is, we're being realistic. I mean, look, part of the
No, this sounds like it's a hellscape.
yeah,
It's
we
a
I personally I
want
love
that.
getting to know somebody, and I like to not, you get to know someone. But hey, look, I love getting to know somebody, sure. But I also, I guess when it comes to dating, it would be nice to sort of get some of the, I don't know, more surface level compatibility, lifestyle compatibility things out of the way. But I guess they have that already, I guess.
Yeah, but apps are so boring. Okay, let's move on.
But by the way, one other thing that would be interesting about labeling the crops is that it'd be interesting to start to recognize patterns in different states, and to learn about, oh, this state must be really good at doing, whatever, growing carrots. Oh, this is the carrot state, I guess. And so forth.
Maybe they don't want it labeled because if it says carrots, people will be like, "Oh man, just free carrots. I could just go over there and yank some carrots out
Oh,
for
yeah, that's
free."
right. That's right.
If it's just some green plant, people are like, "I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna bother."
Right.
Maybe the farmers don't need you to know. It's none of your business.
Maybe they should start mislabeling
You know?
stuff, and should start saying, saying it's something people don't like.
Yeah.
What do people not like?
What do they not like to eat? There's something for everybody.
Shrimp. It's to say
Well,
they're
it could
growing
just
shrimp.
be it could be a non-valuable, not even edible plant. It's like we're growing
Poo.
we're growing poo. There's a poo plant.
Or maybe they're just like cultivating poo. It's just it's a poo incubator or something like that.
Maddie has another problem here. I don't like how the handle of my teapot gets so hot when I boil water. Why wouldn't they design it so I can do the exact thing it's made for, pouring boiling water? Well, yeah, it sounds like she has a bad teapot and she probably should just upgrade and bite the bullet. I mean, they make ones that have a nice handle that's the way it's designed. It's not going to get hot. But also, have you ever heard of an oven mitt or, putting a towel on it? I get it. Maybe you don't want to have to do that every time. So what you're going to have to do
Build
is
up a
get that
tolerance.
hand, build a tolerance, train that hand.
Just
Or learn how to pick it up with like your armpit or another place that might. Yeah, you got to be better. You got to build up a tolerance. So start touching hot stuff wherever you go. Touch your oven a little bit every day, work your way up.
just
Maybe start picking up the pot a lot before it boils, like not as hot, and then like work your way up to that full boil.
Just put your hand in a oven for about 5 or 3 seconds. Start with 2 seconds, and then you work your way up to 5 seconds. And then if your hand is able to withstand 10 seconds in there, you're doing pretty well. Now keep going.
Yeah, soon your hand will be in that oven for hours. You'll be like Blaine, whatever his name is.
David.
David Blaine.
You'll before you know it, you'll have the hottest hands in the West.
Yeah.
David Blaine. I saw David
There's
Blaine
another-
live. Did you know that?
Yeah, I feel like you've talked about that.
David Blaine?
Yeah. Did you like it?
It was okay. He was underwater for he was in the water for 20 minutes or something like that. He held his breath for, well, I don't know if it was 20 minutes. I think it was maybe 15 or something, or maybe it was 10 minutes. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Every time he hit another minute, I couldn't believe it. It definitely was at least 8 minutes, maybe 10. Can you imagine holding your breath for that long?
So that was entertaining. I was thinking like that's boring. You're waiting 20 minutes of just a guy in a tank.
I would have thought that was boring too. But to see somebody do it live, it was actually kind of exciting. I mean, he's in this water tank, and every time it just the clock keeps ticking. It gets more and more crazy. Now I remember now he said at his peak he was able to do 22 minutes or something like that. So maybe he didn't do 20 minutes. Maybe it was or closer to 10 or something. But imagine holding your breath for more than 2 minutes. I mean, that would, seems like something I would just a hellish kind of situation. But anyway, what you do is you're meant to slow down your heart rate so that you don't need as much oxygen or something like that. I don't know.
Right. Well, just like David Blaine does, he works his way up. Starts slow. I wonder if David Blaine, if it's just like, I don't know if he dates women or whatever, but let's just say he does, right? I wonder if it's like if he's always doing these like crazy tests, like during intimate times, he's like, okay, I'm going to hold my breath. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go down there for 20 minutes. Or if he's like, I want to see if I can have sex for 24 hours straight. She's like, no.
Oh yeah, he does these
like,
marathons.
This is my work. He's
Right.
like, this is my work. This is my magic. This is my craft. You don't support my craft.
Right. It's kind of like these endurance things that he does.
Right. He does an endurance thing every time. She's like, here we go again.
He's like,
I like this guy. He's like mysterious and he's handsome and he's got those sexy eyes, but in the bed, it's like he's putting me through these
he goes,
these
"Now
endurance
look,
tests.
I'm going to see how long my penis can stay inside of your mouth. Okay. Now watch." He says, "Let's see how long my penis can last inside of your mouth." He just tries to go for a marathon. And it ends up being,
like,
it turns.
He holds up a mirror. He's like, look, it's like coming out the back of her head or something. She's like, what the hell? She's like, how did you do that? He's doing
Yeah, what
magic
if he
tricks.
did tricks?
He
with his
goes, look,
penis?
he pulls away and there's no penis there anymore. He's like, now look again. It's like your thing where it comes out the mouth.
Right. He's
always doing magic tricks.
right. Or maybe, okay, this is a kind of a gross one in a way, but you know how that he does a trick? A lot of magicians do a trick where somebody signs a card or something like that, and then somehow it gets inside of a lemon, and they cut the lemon open, and the card is inside the lemon, and so it's like that, except he does the card thing, but it's in his penis, it's in his penis hole, and I'm not saying slice it open, but I'm saying you pull it out of the penis hole, it's in there.
What if he does a card trick and then
It's
he's
in
like,
his butt.
what if he just makes a card disappear, and then later that night they're being intimate and he's like gonna go perform oral sex, right? And he's like, I'm seeing something down here. What is this? She's like, what are you talking about? He goes like, is this your card? He pulls it up. That's a sketch they won't do on SNL.
No, I bet
Well, maybe they will now.
They will now. You know, I'm friends with this magician named Derek Hughes, and his big closer that he was doing, I don't know if he still does it, but he did it in the 2000s, was I mean, people probably do, you know, I mean, they do variations of this kind of bit, but he, first of all, he does the whole thing where the person signs the card and they put it back in the deck and all that. And then he makes the whole entire deck vanish, and it really looks really seamless, but okay. So then he starts taking off his clothes, and he has a whole script. I mean, the whole thing is, you know, he builds it up with the dialogue, but he unzips his pants, he pulls his pants down, and then he pulls his underwear down too, and in his butt crack is the card. It's folded up and in his butt crack, and it's the signed card and stuff. I think
Does
it's
he give
the
it to
signed
the
card.
person that.
Well, he let them smell it. You know? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Of course it is.
I don't know what he. I forgot what he did. Maybe he does give it to them. I don't remember. But then they don't want to take it. But, I think it's a signed card, and hey, that's pretty impressive to get it all the way in the butt crack.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the illusion.
Here's something from this person didn't want to be named. They wish to remain anonymous.
Can I know if it's a?
I have an annoying problem that I'm hoping you might have an amazing solution for. The problem is I keep having romantic dreams about a famous person. I wake up feeling kind of annoyed because it's like this person doesn't even know I'm alive, and I'm 33 years old. I love birding and hiking and camping, and I like having fun and laughing. What should I do?
Wait,
This person is they work outside. So they're sleeping, they're having a dream, a romantic dream about a famous person.
and
And
how
they're
famous?
outside. And that's all they say.
See, I got to know who the
I guess it doesn't
person.
really matter.
I got to know who the person is, because then I can know how to really, you know, attack this problem here. Because, you know, say it's Tom Hanks. Well, I got ideas for Tom Hanks.
Okay, well, let's just pretend it's Tom Hanks. What's your solution?
Well, you know, you start.
I mean, I have a solution. Take
Okay,
the
go
famous
ahead.
person that it is. Take the famous person, say it's Tom Hanks, and start get one of those apps where you can change someone's face. Start putting his face on like bad guys and people you don't like. You know, like do that face switch app thing.
Deep fake.
And just keep doing deep fakes of Tom Hanks. Put him on, you know, rotten people, you know. And soon you'll stop having those romantic dreams. They'll go away because you'll start to think of you won't like him anymore.
This person, they said that they liked hiking and camping. Is that what they said?
Birding, hiking, and camping. Yeah.
Birding? I mean, looking at birds?
Birding.
Is that what
That's
looking
birding,
at?
yeah.
Yeah. So birding, hiking, and camping. They like outdoor stuff. I'm just curious, why was that mentioned? You know.
I think they're just giving context. They're like, I'm 33 years old. I'm a field biologist. I like birding and hiking and camping. I like having fun and laughing. What should I do? I think they're just kind of being cheeky, I guess.
Oh, I get it. They're explaining what they do.
It's like I'm having these dreams and I'm 33 years old. What am I supposed to do?
Well, this is what I got. This is what I get out of that. Because that sounded almost like a dating profile almost. I'm 33. I'm a biologist. I like camping. I like laughing. I like doing these things. This is what I like to do. If this famous person hears
Wait
this,
a second. Maybe they're dreaming about me.
well, That's
Or
what it almost sounds
maybe
like.
this is their subtle way of this is their subtle way of saying, not that I consider myself famous, but some people consider me to them, to some people I'm famous.
Well, that's what I'm getting at is either they are hoping that this famous person listens to this show and hears that so they know what this person's about, or that famous person is you.
Look, if the famous person is me,
and you like the
they're saying this famous person doesn't know I'm alive. Now I know that they're alive and I know their little bio. So look, if it's me, just hit me up on DMs and I'll start, if you want to get me out of your mind, I'll tell you
some nasty things.
I'll start being nasty. I'll start being nasty and then you won't like me anymore. And you'll have your dreams will clear up and you'll get different dreams coming in,
Send them some deep fakes of you of your face on some.
Yeah, I'll send deep fakes. I'll send deep fakes of me. I'll be on I'll do like the Joker and I'll do Hannibal Lecter and all the famous bad guys out there.
Yeah, you get a.
They're doing David Blaine. I'll do David Blaine, like nasty David Blaine. Is this your card?
Watch.
What if he's
watch.
like,
no, watch.
Now watch this. When she goes like this, you have gas, right? Is this right, Brent? This is what I hear. You have gas. Okay, watch. Let me get in there. What, do you feel that? Is this your fart? Somehow I take your fart out of your body and I go like this. And you're like, that's my fart. Is this your fart? Watch this.
I like this persona. I like your David Blaine persona.
Watch this. You know how he puts a needle through his hand?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm thinking of gross sex stuff, but
what are you thinking of? Like put a penis through the hand or something like that?
I don't know. Like he puts his penis through there and he's like, watch this, watch. See, watch this. See,
Hey, he goes like this.
Blaine After Dark.
He goes like this. Blaine After Dark. He's like, now watch, look. You've heard of jacking off, right? You usually use a hand. You do this. You've heard of that, right? You jack off. You heard of that, right? Have you ever seen jacking off like this? And then he sticks it through, like a needle through his hand like this. So instead of going like this up and down, you're going like this. Does that make sense?
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah,
I know, but I'm saying that's how he masturbates. He masturbates kind of. How would you describe it? Not with the fingers wrapped around it, but with the top of the hand going up, a hole in the hand, basically, moving up and down. It's not just it's a back and forth type thing. Do another David Blaine impression. That was good.
I'm trying to think of a trick.
Come on, get a good trick on here.
Brent, you have to take a shit, right? You have to go to the bathroom, right? This is correct. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, you watching? Look. Is this your shit? Is this your shit? Look. It's like coming out of the bottom of your pants or something. And you're like, what? How did you do that? Look, Brent, look. Is this your shit? Look.
That
could be like part 2 of your your mind jack guy. He does he does poo next instead of
it's called butt. It's called butt jack. Maybe it's called butt jack.
Butt jack. He's a magician, but all his tricks are scatological.
Butt jack. I'm Jeff.
Okay.
So wait, but by the way, What's funny about
Yeah.
David Blaine is that's a thing he does. He always kind of tells the person to look or watch. What? No, no, watch, 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 watch. He's always like, watch, 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 watch. No, look, 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 look. He's always kind of saying look and watch all the time. Look, look.
That's when he's saying that. That's when he's doing something that he's trying to like make you look somewhere, not where his trick is happening or something.
No. He'll say to look at the
Like,
thing.
look,
He'll
look.
say, no, no, look, look.
Meanwhile, over there, it's like, look.
Some of this, a lot
Okay.
of stuff he does is not even tricks. He just does body trick. He just does body stunts.
Let me ask you this: did we do this one? People who drive pickup trucks always back into parking spaces, and for some reason that annoys me so much.
No.
I've heard people say it's easier, but after watching people take like 5 or 6 tries to back into a spot, there's no way I can be convinced that it's true.
Well, it's not just pickup trucks. Other cars back into spots too, and maybe they shouldn't do that. Why? Because why? What's the point? Why do you do that? So you can drive out easy at the end?
Yeah.
It's probably easier to just back out, and then it's easier to back out. It's because you're not backing out into a tight spot. Whereas when you're trying to head out, then you're backing up into a tighter spot. That's harder to do than backing out into a non-parking area. So why make it harder on yourself? Park in.
So how do we solve this? But by the way, I do have my own personal annoyance with pickup trucks. This is something I wrote down because I've seen this happen a few times in the last few months. I'm behind a pickup truck on a freeway, and like stuff comes flying out of the back, out of the bed.
Yeah.
They have just random bags and trash back there, and it comes swirling out at highway speeds. It's like trash comes flying out. Come on, fools. Get that trash. Strap it down. Quit having this loose trash in your pickup. So how do we fix this guy's problem? He's annoyed. I know. Don't go to parking lots. You're going to have to. One thing you can do is just avoid parking lots altogether. You park like a few blocks away, residential. Say you have to go to Home Depot. Park a few blocks away in a residential neighborhood. And then you get a nice little walk on the way in. And you don't have to look at any, you have to avoid all that crap. You're at Costco, people are backing in these pickup trucks. Don't even go there. Avoid it. But if you have to use a parking lot, you got to buy your own pickup truck and start doing pickup truck backing in classes. Start your own. That could be your little side hustle. And next time you see some fool parking in backwards and they're struggling and it takes them 5, 6 tries, like you say, to back into the spot, you give them your card. Say, hey, I noticed you like to back into spots, which, by the way, you shouldn't do. But if you're going to do it, take my class. And if you don't, if you want to keep trying 5 or 6 more tries, talk to Louie.
I got an idea.
What do you
What
think
if you
about that?
just-
Start your own business and train. Start training. Make the difference you want to see in the world. Be the difference you want to see in the world. Yeah.
What if you park, they're parking to the head out. Why don't you park head in and right in front of them? And if they say, oh, you blocked me in, you say, oh, sorry, I got confused because the way you're parked seems like that you parked in from the other side or something, even though there's a wall there. I just got confused about the orientation of your car. It made me think.
Right. You parked there facing out. You parked there, and just be like, well, it's your fault because you parked
You confuse me.
See,
Sorry.
everyone, look around. Just be like, look around. We're all pulling in face first, okay? So you tricked me. You tricked me. I'm going to sue you. You block them in. That's the best solution right there. Solved.
Hey,
Evan,
you know what? If none of that works, just slash.
coming in from Evan. Evan, we solved it. Solved it.
Just slash their tires. If none of that works.
Yeah. Just be ready to do any of that stuff. Don't slash the tire.
No, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding.
I know.
I would never.
Know. I just have to reiterate. We're kidding.
I would
Slash
never.
the tires out,
I would never. I would never suggest such a thing. Slash those tires.
Or you can have a little. I know one other thing you could do. You can put something gross in the back of their pickup truck, in their bed, and just say, "You took 5-6 tries to get him backwards. That was annoying. So here's a bag of poo. Now we're even."
How about this?
You know what I mean?
How
now
about
we're even.
Well, how about this? How about this?
Yeah.
If they're parking head out, right? That means in is going to be the back of their car is more sort of secluded, kind of, because it's in. Put a mattress back there, and get some guys and gals doing sexual things back there, naked, and they won't stop. They're going to be there all night. And the guy comes out and he says, "What's this going on back here?" He said, "Well, the bed of your cars, it seems so private that I thought, well, these people can do their sexual activities here because it's private enough." So they're going to be here all night. So
I thought since you backed in, you were making a private place for people to use your bed.
Yeah, I thought you were creating
since
a private.
You backed in.
I thought you were creating an intimate space. Where people can feel free to do sexual things with each other. So I've got some things going. I got some people over here now. That's going to happen.
Yeah, and that's on you.
Yeah,
you're like that's because that's on you, dude.
That's on you. You shouldn't have created that private space.
That's on you.
Maybe it's hardcore stuff too. There's some David Blaine style.
It's like you did it. Well, you did it. You created that private, intimate,
that's
secluded.
There's some David Blaine after dark, business going on back there. I'm sorry, you created this intimate space. I booked David Blaine. I booked him for the whole night, so he's going to be there all night.
I booked David Blaine.
I booked him already. He's already paid for.
It's David Blaine. I'm sorry. He's going to have to finish off his program.
He's doing one of his. No, this is what it is. He's doing one of his endurance stunts. So look, he's got his penis. He's got his penis in this man's mouth, and I think he's going to be doing that for the next couple of days. So you better just kind of kick back and relax and get used to it because it's already been paid for. You created this. You put it on your. You created the space for it. So just you can walk home. The truck stays here.
Okay, Ricky says, problem is I'm broke and my life is annoying. That sucks.
Problem is he's broke and his what is annoying? Oh, his life? Oh.
And his life is annoying.
I thought he said light at first. His light. Yeah.
We shouldn't have read that one. That's like a real problem.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Didn't we? This was a solution in the past. Is you just sort of have to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Find the humor in it, perhaps.
Yeah, your life is annoying. Just think about the things that are annoying and sort of be like, that's crazy.
Also think that's actually kind of funny. Crazy. It's funny too.
Yeah, it's funny. Guess what, Ricky? Everyone's life is annoying sometimes, okay? You're broke?
What kind of education do you have? Maybe you can start to teach English online to Chinese people. You can do that.
Maybe you could teach trucks how to back in correctly.
Oh,
Or
there's that.
head
too.
in or back out or whatever. All right, let's move on. I got nothing for that.
No, well, I mean, I'm
Oh.
saying just teach English online.
Gregory says there's another parking lot one. Trader Joe's parking lots. He hates those. And I hate those so much. I avoid even going to Trader Joe's because he's right. It is absolutely just a mess going into those. It's a dreaded parking lot. So, like I said before, park in a residential street, get a nice little walk in,
Well,
go for a nice little walk.
I got a
Huh?
solution. I got a maybe
Got
a
a
new
solution?
a new solution for it's specific to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Anytime you go to a Trader Joe's, you make sure to wear a Hawaiian shirt. Okay? You know where I'm going with this? You go there with a Hawaiian shirt and
What?
you just pull up in there and you look like you are visiting from the corporate office or something like that, and they'll give you special treatment, and you can bypass the mess that's going on in there, because if you wear a Hawaiian shirt, you'll look like you either work there or that you are visiting from a different location or something like that, and you can just bypass all of it. Basically, just need to wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, say, hey, I'm Greg from corporate. They're like, oh, yeah, right here. They'll have that, that I've seen parking lot like attendants at Trader Joe's too. You wear that shirt. You could wear a Hawaiian like blazer, so they think you're like more upper level.
Yeah,
You
you
know
have
what I mean?
Hawaiian.
Wear that Hawaiian blazer.
Right, exactly. It's a Hawaiian shirt with a Hawaiian blazer and a Hawaiian
And then
tie.
maybe when you check out, you get the word out that they'll be like, Greg from corporate's here. Then when you check out, they'll be like, find everything okay? Yes, thank you. Don't worry about this. I got you.
You turn into David Blaine
they
all of
give
a
you-
sudden. You go like this.
Yeah, they're like, look.
Look.
It's like going in the bag and the bag's empty. It's like, what? Disappearing.
There's poo in there. You took it
Watch,
from your
look,
butt.
look.
It's like he goes like this. He's like, "Hey, so you found everything right?" He's like, "Listen, don't worry about it. Look, just watch. And then he's like, "You got to go poo, right? You got to go poo poo. Look at this. Watch." And then the poo somehow it's in your bag with your food. It's in your bag with your food now. As if he's hooking you up somehow, somehow he helped you. What else you could do is you could drive up and you can pretend to be the parking lot person. If you were in a Hawaiian shirt, you go in and then you kind of drive in
You
there.
can what?
and
Say it. You
can pretend that
Yeah.
you're the parking lot attendant. Basically, if you have the Hawaiian shirt, you drive in, just get out of your car and you kind of tell people to stop what they're, and just create room for yourself and park your own car. And then, you kind of just do it like that because you're wearing the Hawaiian shirt. Basically, if you wear Hawaiian gear at Trader Joe's, this is actually a tip, not just for to deal with parking, but just to get any kind of perks you want at Trader Joe's, is wear a Hawaiian shirt or wear Hawaiian garb. Okay. You're going to be treated like a king over there at Trader Joe's. Little insider tip right there.
Yeah, I mean, I used to have a joke similar to this where I would say like wearing an orange vest to Home Depot is a great way to meet people.
Uh-huh.
You wear an orange vest, you go into Home Depot, everyone's like wants to talk to you.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, where's this? Where's that? You're like, oh, let me walk down. Let me walk you down. Just start doing freelance. First get to know the store real well. So you actually know what aisle stuff is in. Hey, where can I find a jigsaw? Oh yeah, that's right down there in tools. Let me take you down. Let me walk you down. So, how long you been shopping here? Oh, really? You live around here? Oh, I don't really work here. So if you want to be friends, it's not like any kind of. You could still shop here without having to worry about.
Yeah, you'll notice that I don't have a name tag. It's because I actually don't work here. I just thought I'd be helpful, and I've been shopping here for a while. I like
Yeah.
wearing orange vests. You know, I like camping, hiking, and birding, and I like to laugh. So, you know, Tom Hanks.
And yeah,
I love all
and
your
I keep
movies.
having this dream about a famous person, and I figure if you and I got to be friends, maybe I start having dreams about you instead of this Tom Hanks guy. You know?
Got a quick question for you, Doug. 2 questions. I got 2 burning questions. One is that person the person who has the dreams about the famous person. Are you allowed to say if that person is male or female or something else?
Well, okay, well, so
Okay.
she, but she just said don't use your name, so I think
Okay.
I could say the rest of it.
Okay. I was just curious. And 2,
Mhm.
another burning question. What happened to the bowl? Did you end up actually selling the bowl?
Yeah, we sold it on office hours last week.
And you shipped it out already?
I think we filled it with some more goodies because we sold it for like $120. And you know, that's a good price because that's a piece of history. You know, that's bowl is going to be from one of the famous comedy videos of 2022. You know?
Yeah. Do you miss the bowl?
Well, now that you say it, I kind of miss it. Yeah, I mean, look at my table. It looks pretty boring.
Well,
now.
that's what made me think of it. I was looking at the table.
Look at that
I was looking
boring
at the
old table.
I was looking at the table and I thought, oh, that bowl's gone. And then I thought, did you get rid of the bowl? Did you actually
Got rid of
sell
the
it?
bowl.
And I guess you did.
No, we sold it. It was
$125.
fun. It was fun. We sold it, and
I thought you were trying to sell it for $15 or something, or $14.
well, I mentioned it to the office hours boys, and they were like, "Let's auction it off on the show. That'll be fun, like thing to do during, like to kind of come back to." And it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, one of my I don't really have New Year's resolutions, but I do want to like make a lot more little kind of fun videos like that. Let's try to shoot
yeah.
for one a week.
Yeah.
This week we're going on tour in a couple of days, but I made that little promo video, so that kind of counts. There's a video.
Yeah, certainly.
That's not
Yeah.
nothing. There's a couple laughs in there. It's kind of like a little video. So yeah, I want to keep doing those. And I have this concept for another video series. It's kind of like the bowl. It's just sort of taking mundane objects and really, it's called, the working title is called like Doug Notices or something. And you just take something, here's a like a lip balm kind of thing, and you just like study it, maybe even use the microscope and be like, look at this little bevel here, and there's these ridges here are for gripping really well, and here's the company that is made by, and let's look up that company, and just really like, we're surrounded by these products and manufactured items. Let's take a closer look.
And do you kind of feel like you try to appreciate the item more because you kind of take it for granted, right?
Yeah, you appreciate it more. Yeah, you
And-
start
and you-
appreciating
and you-
stuff
in a
instead
way,
of
you're
just
almost
throwing
kind of-
crap away.
The videos are almost kind of like you're pitching the product, its benefits. You're kind of selling the product in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
somebody suggested I sell something every week like that, but
Well,
I'm not trying to like. I mean, if somebody wants to buy it, somebody wants to buy it, but I'm not trying to like, sell a relatively useless item just to make, just for a cash grab or whatever.
right.
But
Well, that
it could be a thing. I'll work on that. I'm working on it. I do want to bring Doug's bugs back. Those usually happen when I see a bug and I'm like inspired to film it and I have like an idea. It just all comes to me. But I don't know. I haven't really seen any bugs lately.
Well, there's not
that
going
have
to
been
probably
blowing
be
my
any
mind.
bugs where we're going because you know that's going to be really cold.
How cold?
I think, well, I know in the 20s for sure, and then it might even be in the teens at certain points.
Yeah, I meant to look up that temperature because I'm like, what? I'm trying to pack as light as I can.
I'm going to have to strap the
I'm trying to
Jimmy
bring
on.
a carry-on. I'm trying to bring a carry-on bag. And I don't know if it's gonna happen, Brent.
I'm going to strap the
I'll
Jimmy on
try.
twice. So, now look,
I'm probably gonna be long. I'm gonna bring long underwear, and I was just thinking about layers. Maybe one. I have this like crazy super mega like parka that I bought at a vintage shop. I mean, and I haven't really used it yet, so maybe I'll just wear that. But then I got to wear it on the plane, and it's like this crazy like mega like Arctic jacket. But by the time people hear this, we'll be back home already. So if you
yeah.
came to the show, thanks.
Hey,
Hope you
that was
enjoyed it.
great.
Hope-
You guys were a great crowd, I think.
You guys were a great crowd.
No, but that auctioning thing, or I don't know, not auctioning, but kind of appreciating an item or whatever. It kind of reminds me of this performance, I guess you would call it, that I saw Miranda July do in 2007.
Oh, great. Miranda July already did my idea.
Well, it's a little
was it?
different, but she basically, this is in 2007. It was at Bumper Shoot in Seattle. And so she called up, I don't know, I want to say, or she got 6 different people from the audience, and just any kind of item they had on them in their purse or in their pocket or something like that. She had them, when let's just say it was a pencil. Someone had a pencil on them. And she kind of asked them questions about the pencil, where they got it, and asked about the person's life and stuff like that. And she kind of, we got to know what this pencil came from, and the story behind it, and the story behind the person who had the pencil and stuff like that. And then she held an auction for the pencil and asked if she could sell a pencil, And so people
She goes
bid.
like this. Look.
Exactly. She started sticking the pencil through her hand. And then so it was a open auction. People were bidding, and she was.
So she auctioned it off, and she kept the money.
No, here, let me finish. So then,
Okay.
So then she auctioned it off, and some of the stuff sold for pretty high. It was kind of crazy. I mean, these were pretty, pretty valueless items, but I think the idea was that she kind of helped try to create value by getting to know the people and the stuff like that. Anyway, she sold about 6 items or something like that, and the money ended up being hundreds of dollars. Okay, I'm talking, I don't know, it might have been 800. I forgot how much, but it was hundreds of dollars. And so then what she did with the money was she told everybody to close their eyes. And she said, just raise your hand if you feel like you need you could really, this money could be helpful to you, and just try to be honest about it. And, everyone's closing their eyes, so you don't have to be embarrassed about raising your hand or whatever. But if you feel like you can really use this money, just raise your hand. And I don't know, I guess she gave it to somebody, to, who, someone raising their hand.
You know what? That's pretty cool. That's a neat performance. I like that. That's a performance I would like to see. I miss performances like that. Not that I ever saw one like that, but I feel like I would enjoy that. I sat next to Miranda July at a sushi place once.
In Nevada City?
Her and her husband, Mike.
Oh,
Mills.
Speaking of which, have you seen the new Mike?
We saw
Mills
them
movie?
at the film fest. We saw them at the film festival there, and we were like, hi, like I think it was like maybe we were like being fans or something. We're like, hi, just or whatever. And then all of a sudden we're at the sushi place and it's crowded. And then there's 2 seats at the bar, like 4 seats. Me and my friends sat down, and it's like they sit on the other 2. It's like, oh, hi again. One of those things where it's like we're like saying hi as a fan. Now we're like next to you, and we're like, well, hi. Anyway, yeah.
Well,
No, I did not. What's his new film?
it's called Come On, Come On, and it's stars Joaquin Phoenix. And I got to say, it might have been my favorite movie of the year.
Of 2022. So
Of no, of
okay.
2021, I guess. Or I don't know when it came out exactly, but it was part of the screeners I got for, 2021, so I assume
I
it's
gotcha. So it's like one of your favorite films in recent
it's one
memory.
of my favorite movies of this award season, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So I think 2021, I would say.
Let me ask you this: do you vote?
I don't vote, and here's why. I don't feel I watched enough stuff that I feel I should be voting. I don't think that I feel it's fair for me to vote because I didn't see everything. And I actually
Because I didn't get a single screener last year, and I'm wondering if it's because I don't vote, or maybe because I don't work as an actor. I never really maybe they went through and they like, which is fine. They don't need to send me any screeners. It's like most of the time it just gets thrown out. Sadly, it's just more kind of junk mail.
I feel I got more
What am I gonna do?
screeners
Pop
than
in a
you.
DVD? Gonna go get my DVD player and like plug it in, and like go in the back of my thing and be like, okay, select HDMI 2. No, I'm not doing that.
Well, I think I got sent more screeners than usual this year because I opted to not do this. I said they asked me if I wanted to be on the nominating committee this year for the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Nominating committee does they do the nominations, not just you don't just vote, you do nominations also. But I turned it down because they just pick people randomly who are in Screen Actors Guild to do that every year. And I turned it down because I felt like that seemed like too much of a responsibility. I didn't want to, they said you don't have to watch everything, but it's good to try to watch as much as you can. And even still, I just felt like I didn't want to be in that position where I felt like I needed to watch a bunch of stuff. And so I said no, but I don't know if, I still got sent a bunch of stuff. And I think maybe I was still in the system as maybe possibly nomination committee. I think that's why I got a lot of screeners this year.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, sorry, that's not that interesting. But anyway, anyway, that was good. That movie's good. I recommend it. Come on, come on. And it was very very well done. Mike Mills directed.
You know what I watched today was the new episode of the new season of Euphoria. Have you watched that?
No, I heard about it. I heard it's kind of hardcore.
Oh my God, it's the most hardcore thing I've ever seen on HBO, big time. It's like the opening scene is like, it's shocking. It's almost like
Tell me,
disturbing. It's disturbing.
what happens? Or maybe
You
other
just
people.
got to see it. I mean, the way the whole show looks, it just feels like you're on drugs the whole time. And it's just so seedy, and everyone is just like drugged out, and they're doing drugs, and there's guns and there's violence at every turn, and like these teenagers are like all messed up. I don't want to spoil it, but the first scene is like there's a full-on boner, and it's just you just gotta see it.
Is David Blaine involved?
There's a gun and a boner. There's a gun and a boner happening at the same time. Put it that way.
A gun and a boner
And
happening at the
gross.
same time.
It's gross. It's gross.
Okay.
They're trying so hard. I mean, look, it's like really well done, and like it's just so intense. It's like, good, geez, like roll it back a little bit.
Well,
But,
Come On is not a hardcore
they're just
movie.
it's hardcore.
Come On is not hardcore. You don't have to worry. Come On, I would say is appropriate for the whole family.
Oh, great.
For I would say. I mean, I don't know.
All right. Well,
Let's wrap it up.
we've gone for an hour. We've gone for an hour. We could talk about what Teddy has to say. if you want to hear one more, or we can go after dark.
Go after dark. I mean,
Let's do one more.
Okay, sure.
Let's do one more. This is Teddy. By the way, if you want to get on our Discord, it should be in the show notes. And let us know what you think about, the style of our episodes. If you like, our little annoyances and problem solving thing. Today, we kind of like decided we're going to mix it up. We're going to go on tangents. We're going to tell about our different personal stories.
We're going to talk about Miranda July a little bit.
Yeah, I put on Discord, I said, do you guys like our thing about problem solving and annoyances? And Saytuni said maybe it could work well as a recurring mini bit, like problem of the week or seasonal annoyance month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's something to think about. That's what one person says, But look, we're not gonna once we get through these, I'm not gonna do more regardless. So Teddy says, I hate when you smoke a joint and your boy gets his lips all around the thing and it comes back wetter than a duck's arse.
I mean, I got the easy solution.
Brent will say, don't be smoking that at all.
Don't smoke.
Say, well, look, he's going to smoke it and he's going to give it to his boy. So here's my solution is
wear lipstick. Wear brown
your boy
lipstick.
Smokes it. Before your boy smokes it, you dry his lips down. Get those lips dry. Get that whole mouth dry. Say, oh, you want to hit this, bro? Hold on. And then you get some like flour, just like FLOUR, flour. You say, open wide. You just dump it in his mouth. So his mouth is like coated in a layer of flour. So when you get it back, it's almost like a piece of pasta that you're making, and it's got soaks up the juice and it comes back nice and dry. You want to hit this, bro? Hold on.
Or just or
that flour. Open wide.
Oh.
Open wide.
I like this character too. I like your voice for this character. Oh, you want this, bro? Open wide.
Oh, you want to hit this, bro?
Open wide.
Open wide.
Open wide.
Or I think you would like. I think you. I was just gonna say. I think you would like Euphoria, because these characters are like all gangsters, and some of them. I think you would like think it's kind of funny in a way, like in a dark comedy kind of way, because they say these like slang terms and stuff. And this guy holds a gun to this guy and he's like, I'm about to fold your shit. He said something like that. Some, like new ways of saying, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to fold your shit.
Fold you.
I'm about to fold your shit.
That's funny.
I think you would like some of these terms and some of these characters. They're just so bad.
Toss the joint around in some flour. That's a good idea. Toss it around in some flour, flour it up. Kind of like treat the
flour it up. Oh, flour the joint up. So you don't have to flour the guy's whole face.
Yeah, you could like treat it like you're dealing with pizza dough or something like that.
Exactly, pasta.
Kind of flip it around.
You're rolling it like you roll the joint, and then you like roll it around like a piece of spaghetti or like whatever, like a problem solved. All right. Well, Teddy, problem has been solved. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode.
Hey,
I had fun. I just like hearing what people are up to. That's why I like this segment, because it's like,
well, you know what, I wouldn't
like
mind
to hear like what's up with other people, and I like hearing their things that annoy them and their problems.
I would like to.
I like hearing from the public. That's what I like.
Maybe they can call a number and leave a message of their problems, and we could listen to those and respond to an audio version of it.
Yeah. Brent, that's a great idea. Let's start doing that.
What's the phone number?
Remember when we used to do our episodes when we used to like do it would be like chat line, party lines?
Yeah, totally. Well, what's the number for What's the phone number for the Poundcast? Do you remember?
Don't say it because I think it might have been. I think I haven't used it so long that it got like disconnected or something.
Oh, it did. Okay.
So there might not be a number. There's no number, but we'll get that. We'll get a number going, and
I
we'll
think
get
there
that,
actually
we'll
is
get that back
one,
online.
I think there is one, but we won't do it just yet.
Okay, I thought I got some email that was like your Google Voice number is expiring unless you use it.
Sure. No, but I had to
click
use it
here
recently.
to.
I had to use it
okay.
recently though, so I think I had to either reactivate
Oh,
it or
maybe you
something.
haven't. The Pittsburgh number.
I don't know if it's Pittsburgh. I mean, I could just look it up and mention it right now if you want. If you want me to.
Yeah, look it up.
I'll look it up if you want me
While you
to.
do that, I'll say. While you do that, I'll say. We would like to thank the Poundcast team, Jackie Montana, Jack Birch, L. Bircho on social media, and Chloe Bonilla. We would like to thank you guys for helping put the show together and helping out with the social media. And if you want to keep listening to this show, because me and Brent are going to keep talking. So we're going to keep talking and we're going to keep looking at things that people wrote to me, different problems like Teddy's wet joint that we fixed, problem solved. We're going to keep doing that on Poundcast After Dark. And the only way to listen to Poundcast After Dark is sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/Poundcast. And that's how we do it.
Well, I have a number here.
Simple as that.
And if
What's
you
the
want
number?
to, if you want to leave a message, well, you can try this number, and I'm pretty sure it should work. It's 213-207-6952.
Okay.
213-207-6952. And you can, I don't know, leave a message and see what shakes loose. Maybe we can respond to it. If you got some kind of...
Leave a message and maybe, if you
need advice, let us know.
Yeah, you could even remain anonymous.
Yeah, you could be anonymous.
All right, Brent, let's go after dark.
You can even use one of those voice, voice disguisers. That'd be kind of funny if we just heard somebody saying, "Oh yeah, I had a problem the other day. Oh, hey, big fan, Doug. I'd like to be anonymous.
I like that.
Now watch.
I like that. All right, let's go after dark.
Okay, bye.
Let's go after dark. Bye-bye. Welcome to the Poundcast.
He puts a log of poo under his pillow.
There's something inside of me.
Everything come out okay?
Touch poo worth.